We did have some inflation in World War II, settled down after World War II, went up again a little bit early in the Korean War. But then we had a very stable situation in the later 50s and 60s until the Vietnam War, when inflationary pressure started in the latter part of the 1960s. President Johnston did not want to take very vigorous measures against it. The Federal Reserve took some measures, too little, too late. Inflation finally feeds upon itself when it gets going, and it had fed upon itself in the 70s, helped tip off some big oil price crises, which you may remember, which aggravated the situation, so that by 1978, 1979, went up to 10%, 12%, 15%. If you permit inflation to get a little momentum, then it doubles and redoubles the difficulty of dealing with it. It's not easy when you are the institution, the Federal Reserve, that has to act in time to deal with an incipient inflation. And nobody likes to raise interest rates and see interest rates go up. The political pressures are always in the other direction. And then it gets to be, as I say, when it builds a momentum of its own, then it's even more difficult to deal with. And people feel, oh, we try to deal with the inflation, it may hurt employment. The hard fact is, if you don't deal with the inflation, you're going to have a much bigger employment problem over a period of time, because you're just asking for financial excesses, finally a big recession. My sense is that the very expansionary measures that were taken in the financial crisis and in the Great Recession were, of course, taken at a time when the economy was in bad shape. So naturally, prices don't tend to run up during the recession. But when you got beyond that, and these very expansionary measures you were talking about took place in 2009, 2010, 2011, and so forth, what was interesting to me is that basic expectation that we'd had a few decades of price stability were maintained. So interest rates remained low. People were not frightened to have to sell all their bonds and so forth. And that was the enabling factor that permitted those very expansionary policies to take place without reigniting inflation. Now we have to be careful now. We're fully employed now. We weren't fully employed 5 years ago. Now the employment excesses of unemployment are gone. This is the time to be careful, very careful. Pax the dollar today is confidence that we will maintain reasonable stability in its purchasing power over a period of time. Nothing more than that. It's confidence in not just the Federal Reserve, in government and society. And we better maintain that confidence, or a lot of things are going on that raise too many doubts.